reflect upon the theme, the precious gift of Christmas. Because the theme of a gift cannot be separated from this time of Christmas. It is central and it is at the heart of Christmas, the issue of a gift. And from what we were able to read is that there were signs of the birth of the Messiah. And now this led to the wise men finding their way to where Jesus was. And that's why when we read from Matthew 2 verse 11, we see the gifting going on. And you see the relationship between gifting and Christmas is there to the extent that even there is a day set apart for the gifts, which is the Boxing Day. I don't know when you are able to learn that the Boxing Day was about gifts. Back then, at some point, we thought it was about the physical boxing. Kina Mike Tyson and Conjestina Ochieng, yeah? We thought that's the boxing, yeah? I don't know when you realize it's about unpacking gifts, you know? And so that's why the aspect of giving is central. And so actually, the wise men opened the floor and they brought gifts to the Messiah. And that's why when you read Matthew 2:11, it says that on coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother, Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. And then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. And so gifts were presented and brought right there. Jesus was able to receive these gifts together with the parents. And it was a sign of, it was a premonition, or it was a guide of who Jesus actually was, because he was actually a gift to the world. And so unto us, you can be assured already you have a gift. The gift of Jesus Christ. And so he's a gift to all of us. And that's why he has come into the world. And we want to thank the Lord that this is a spectacle that is celebrated all over the world. It is a phenomenon that has taken ages and ages, and it has been central to bringing families together, central of our Christian faith. And we thank the Lord that this tradition has continued to be strong and has continued to stand over time. Now, I don't know how eager you are to receive this gift, but I want to tell you there are people who are very eager. And when you look at Luke chapter 2, the reading that we read, we find two people who were very eager. Actually, who had spent a very big part of their lives waiting for this moment of receiving Jesus Christ. And so, even before his coming, not only when he was born, that he was awaited for, or he was celebrated, even before his coming, we are seeing Simeon, who had made a pledge and a prayer that he would have wanted to see the Savior of the world. It was so serious that when you look at Luke chapter 2, you will find that now Simeon, when he sees Jesus with his parents, he now even tells God, now you are free to take your servant, because I have seen that which I had waited for. You can imagine such an anticipation. I think this is what we call the bucket list, yeah? I don't know which are your bucket list. The bucket list are some of the things you say, I want to do these things in the years that the Lord gives me here on earth. You know, you say, I want to go to Maldives. You say that I want to achieve this. You say that I want to one day go to the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro, or anything that in your heart you're saying, I want to do this. Can you imagine this was a bucket list for Simeon? And he was not alone. He was coupled together with prophetess Anna. And prophetess Anna, the Bible records that she had lost the husband at early age. So she was just very young when she lost the husband. But after losing her husband, for many years, she had remained in the service of the Lord. That was the choice of her heart. That's what she decided, that she would remain in the courts of the Lord and she would worship For many years, she did so. And for many years, she remained there in the house of the Lord. And also she had that waiting for Jesus. And she would pray and pray that she would have the opportunity to see Jesus being born. And so when Jesus is presented at the temple, she's also seeing an answered prayer. And my question to us today, is it an answered prayer that the precious gift of Jesus has been given to us? Because for Simeon and prophetess Anna, it was an anticipation. It was a waiting. And so when it finally happened, they were excited. Are we in anticipation in our hearts? Have we had that waiting and longing for the Lord? Tumekuwa na hiyo kungojea ya kwamba ningelipenda kuona huyu Yesu ambaye amezaliwa nimjue zaidi. Nimkaribie zaidi. I'd want to experience him more. I'd want to feel him more. I'd want to be in his presence. I'd want to walk with him. I'd want to feel him. And so this anticipation should be there with us so that we might experience this birthing of Jesus with a new revelation. We might experience these coming with a greater revelation. That's why someone even decided to ask Mary, did you know who you are carrying? Yeah? And so that's why we sing and say, Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save us sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. So on the second stanza, maybe the praise team, you can help me together with Cyrus as we continue. It can be projected. Let's sing together as we are asking Mary, did she know? Was she aware? The one she was bringing birth. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to the blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked angels trod? And when you kiss your lips, you've kissed the face of God. Mary, the blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will live, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know? And so, finally, as we are reflecting upon this precious gift, we want to turn to 2 Kings chapter 4. And we want to see that even if the gift has been given, we have to receive this gift. 2 Kings chapter 4. And we shall see that now we have someone who was aware that when a gift is given, it is incumbent upon you to be aware of it. And that's why we're asking, did Mary know? And more than knowing that there is a gift, now you receive that gift. So in this Christmas, the gift has been given to us through Jesus. But the question is, will we receive the precious gift? And so, 2 Kings chapter 4 from verse 8 says, one day Elisha went to Shunem. A well-to-do woman was there who urged him to stay for a meal. So whenever he came by, he stopped there to eat. She said to her husband, I know that this man who often comes away is a holy man of God. Let's make a small room on the roof and put it a bed and a table and a chair and a lamp for him. Then he can stay there whenever he comes to us. Now, this man is Prophet Elisha. And he's doing his ministry work and he's in Shunem. And there is a woman. She's mentioned to be well-to-do. She must have had a few coins because if the Bible is recording you are well-to-do, she must have been okay, right? And so the Bible records not only was she well-to-do, but she decided that she would give some meal to the prophet whenever he would be around. And more than that, she said that she will make a room for the prophet. And it was a discussion. This is a woman who was wise because she talked to the husband and said, let us make room. And you're seeing a woman who was full of wisdom. That's why you're seeing even Proverbs saying that a woman who is wise builds her home because she's able to make right decisions and talk in the right way and do what is expected. But by making that room for the prophet, she didn't know that she was opening up a gift into her home. Because the prophet one day asked, how come up to this moment, probably you have not gotten and received a blessing of a child? And the prophet gave a word and said, by this time next year, you will have a child. And Elisha and the Shunammite woman received the word, and up to the words of Prophet Elisha, she actually got the child. But let me tell you, even when the gift is there could be, you remember on Sunday we were mentioning that there are some storms that come, there are some shakes that come. So this child, it was a boy, he actually got sick and actually died. And the woman was devastated. And when Elisha, the prophet, came to learn of this, he inquired where the child was. And he went and made a prayer, and the child came back to life. This Shunammite woman will never have known that by being a blessing to the prophet, that will be a blessing to her life, to bring a miracle that she never thought would come. And so when we receive the gift of Jesus in our lives, the miracles of the Lord come upon us. The blessings of the Lord come upon us. And so it is incumbent upon us this wonderful morning to reflect that truly the precious gift is upon us. Now it is for us to know that we are mandated to follow in the footsteps of Jesus Christ, who is our gift. That's why Paul is saying, follow me as I follow Christ. So we have a guide, we have someone we are following, and so out of the gift of Jesus we can be able now to show fruits that show truly Jesus is together with us. And so the popular verse, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but will have everlasting life. So it was a giving that the Lord did out of the love that he had. And what a wondrous thing that now all over the world there is a great celebration. There is a great rejoicing of the birth of the Savior. And so now we are saying that this very gift that has been given unto us, now what it will call upon us to do is to now welcome the gift, is now to appreciate this gift, is now to get it. Why is it incumbent upon us to receive this gift? Is because God is a gentleman. He has given us Jesus Christ. But you can imagine if he has given us this gift and we reject it. You can imagine if he can give us this gift and we lack to know it is there. If you can remember the journey that Jesus took, the famous journey that is called the journey to Emmaus. He was with the disciples and they were walking with two men. And these two men had no clue that this man that they were walking with is Jesus. And they came to know much, much later. Could Jesus be in our midst and we do not know? Could he be with us and we do not know? Could he be next to you and you do not know? Let us receive the precious gift in this season and receive it with gladness, and may it be a blessing. So as we go to celebrate with our families, with our friends, as we interact, as we reflect, as we take some time to rest, may it be refreshing upon us. And may we reflect upon this gift as we continue to remember Jesus is the reason for the season, that in our hearts we might give him some room. In our hearts we might receive the precious gift. We can be on our feet. We can be on our feet. And so as we celebrate Christmas, we want to say that we want to receive this gift. And want to together say, I have